Good morning, Knights. Today's mission moment is about the 3 pillars of Lent: prayer, fasting, and giving.
One pillar of Lent is fasting. Catholics fast on Ash Wednesday and Good Friday. Every other Friday during Lent, Catholics practice abstinence by abstaining from eating any red meat. There are other aspects of our lives that we can fast or abstain from, such as buying excess clothing or other material goods. And we can also abstain from the internet or TV, or just give up one of our favorite snacks or desserts. One reason we fast is to focus more intensely on our prayer during the 40 days of Lent. The hunger we feel reminds us of our hunger for God, which helps us to participate more fully in the cross of Christ.
Giving is a pillar of Lent that is important for many families to practice during this time. Why do people give up things until Easter Sunday? Millions of people do this during Lent as a sign of sacrifice and to test their self-discipline. Christians believe that this is to represent Jesus Christ's sacrifice when he went into the desert to pray and fast for 40 days before later dying on the cross. Families across the world also practice almsgiving, which is the act of giving back. During this time, the community can help those in need by providing the necessities that could be difficult for them to get.
One of the main pillars that everyone should be practicing during Lent is prayer. It is a time to deepen our prayer life, whether that be by ourselves daily or during Sunday Mass. Prayer allows us to communicate with God just as Jesus did when he was in the desert. Therefore, Lent encourages you to prioritize prayer in your life during its 40 days.
Good morning, Knights. Welcome to NDTV. Thank you, Christian leaders, for this week's mission moment. Today is Friday, February 19th, and I'm your anchor, John Chakos, with Sally Pinker to bring you our morning news show. We have a full show today, don't we, Sally?
We sure do, John. Upcoming stories include a look into the lives of some working students, what one ND alum has been up to since graduating, and a sneak peek at a day in the life of an online teacher this school year. Stay tuned, Knights. We are just getting started.
Many students have a hard time finding ways to occupy their time, leaving them feeling empty and unfulfilled. One way to alleviate this is to get a job, but how manageable is it for students to get a job today? Well, we talked to 2 ND seniors who have a job to find out. Let's check it out.
According to recent data, nearly all young adults have held a job between leaving high school and age 22. For some youth, employment after high school is a transitional experience in support of plans for college. For others, employment marks their entry into the adult workforce. Employment can provide valuable experience for youth. It teaches responsibility, develops organizational and time management skills, and can help youth save money for college. Jobs can also help youth form good work habits, gain valuable work experiences, and become financially independent. Jobs for youth have been found to increase the likelihood of high school graduation and to reduce the likelihood of involvement in crime. According to Griffin Dial, who works at Trader Joe's, his work hours are consistent, which creates a healthy balance between work and school.
So my general work schedule is from 4 to 9 on the weekdays and 11 to 7 on the weekends, but it varies.
We also talked to senior Maddie Hicks, an employee at Jersey Mike's, who believes that her job has been a positive influence on her day-to-day life.
Some of my greatest experiences at my job are probably getting to know my coworkers and getting to build friendships with them. It's been really great. I work with amazing people, hard workers, and I really enjoy it because of them. Another great experience overall is just learning how to be efficient, learning how to work fast, which is really great for the future when I, move on to different jobs and a career, college, all that stuff.
Looks like our Notre Dame students are gaining beneficial experience that will help them formulate the skills that will put them ahead in their future workforce. I'm Isabel Ferrucci reporting for NDTV.
Wow, working has really added to these students' lives. We wish them and every other working student the best of luck. As we continue our weekly Black History Month segments, we decided to see what one ND alum and former ASB president has been up to. Let's take a look.
In honor of Black History Month, the NDTV team thought it would be an amazing idea to spotlight a creator from the African American community. I'm super honored to announce that I got a chance to sit down and interview with writer and producer of upcoming sequel series to Gossip Girl and ND Treasured alum, Pilar Golden. Check it out.
My name is Pilar Golden. I'm from the class of 2002. It's nice to meet you. I am a writer-producer on the re-envisioned Gossip Girl. So that means I sit in a room, well, home now, all day with, I think there are 10 other writers, and we come up with what the show is gonna look like. And you know, I think one of the things that I'm learning about myself is that I had always associated as an introvert. I mean, I like to be social, but like I'm also a homebody. But what quarantine has taught me is that actually I'm an extrovert. I had a pretty extensive social calendar. You know, friendships are incredibly important to me. My best friends today are friends that I have from middle school and high school. So I have these really long-standing friendships, and you know, on a weekly basis, there were these dinners and just congregation that has been a challenge to upkeep when you're trying to stay safe. So I miss sort of just socializing.
Do you have any advice that you would like to give to the ND students trying to, one, figure out what they want to do in life, or anyone who's trying to enter the industry at the moment?
Sure. I'm sure, just knowing Ms. Harkins, there are a multitude of people who've come through who have given advice, and we all probably have different journeys. And I'd say that's the one thing that you should pay attention to. There is no one way to get into the industry, stay in the industry. There are no rules. I mean, other than, you know, professionalism. But one of the things that I learned, honestly, at Notre Dame, probably entering into my senior year, is learning to trust your gut and learning to trust your voice.
Thank you again, Pilar, for your inspiring and grounded words of encouragement. Don't forget to catch her work on the upcoming sequel series to Gossip Girl on HBO Max. This has been Anthony Ezike, signing out for NDTV.
With all the faculty working so hard for their students during this pandemic, we wanted to investigate what a typical day looks like for one of our favorite teachers, Ms. Castillo, who was kind enough to send us a vlog-style video showcasing her day.
Hi, I'll be taking you along with me to live a day in the life of a teacher. Right now it's about 4:45 in the morning. I wake up at 4:30 and I'm gonna start with a morning workout. So it's about 5:40. This woman kicked my butt today. So any of my teacher friends, anybody remember step aerobics, you know, from like the 90s? Time to shower up. Okay, so it's like 6:30. I'm ready to head out of the house. Just had my protein shake and ready to go. Last thing to do is pick out a mask. So it's 8:23, kids are logging on. I have the morning announcements ready to go for my period 1 class. I'll just let them in while you're here. So one of the cool things about online teaching is that the same kids that participate, if they were in class, still participate and have their cameras on. I've still been able to get to know the students. So I don't think my job has necessarily been hindered. So here's some students from my period 1. Hi. They have a quiz today, so I'm gonna sign off now. So it's lunchtime, it's 11:30 now. And here's my pandemic buddy, Ms. Shumway. So we are eating socially distant, like we always do. I try to stay off of the computer during lunch. just to give my eyes a rest and regain some energy for the last 2 classes. So it's 3:20. It's been a long day with 4 classes of freshmen. I'm really proud of how the freshmen are handling this. As far as the difficulties, I think the difficulty is right here. It's the heart. It's the really feeling for the kids that they're not having the experience, particularly I think a lot of us think of the seniors. What this moment in time highlights for us is how much gestures really matter. So just to talk about one gesture that really was very special to me, I asked my seniors to dress up for their verbal exam this year just for fun. I'm like, I'll give you an extra credit point if you dress up, you gotta look fly. Oh my God, like I'm gonna cry now just thinking about it, but that gesture, I was just so touched by it that they decided to dress up in like ties and like blazers, and it was just overwhelming how much it meant to me. So I actually plan out the meals. I have my little planner. I write out exactly what I'm making Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, what I'm cooking so that I can buy all the ingredients on Saturday and I don't have to stop by the store or anything. Monday night is usually steak and potato. That's like his thing. And here's the potatoes that will go in the oven. Dinner time, or dinner cooking time. So it's about 5:15. Potatoes are almost done. I've just been working on a quiz for my seniors tomorrow in the meantime. So it's about 7:30 in the evening, and it's a busy day with the transition and going back to campus. So I've washed the dishes, done a little bit more work, FaceTime with my mom, and kind of that's the things I do in the evening. The pandemic has actually given me a lot of opportunities to do different things, so I have some things I'll share with you. For example, I've always wanted to crochet little animals, and I started doing that. So here's a bunch of the projects I did over the summer. So I make earrings, and I have a lot of expenses coming up in 2021. So I'm thinking, hey, why not try to start an Etsy shop? Another thing I always wanted to do was actually take guitar lessons. I was kind of playing with the guitar for a while, and then once pandemic hit, I was like, oh, wait, I have time to do this now. And I just take my guitar classes on Zoom on Wednesdays. I just want to take this opportunity to thank NDTV for all of the segments that they've done this year, all of the episodes. You keep our spirit running, and I just applaud everything that you do. Bye.
Thank you again to Ms. Castillo for taking us along on a busy day in your life. It's teachers like you that keep us going in such difficult times and make us so excited to get back on campus. Well, Knights, that's our show for this week. We hope you enjoyed it, and I'm Sally Pinkert.
And I'm John Chacos. Have a fantastic weekend, Knights.